Ocean.
Okay, so continuing the series on ranking the SNES, where we're trying to play every single SNES game and put them in some kind of order.
Yeah, indeed, we're at Mr Nutz.
Yep, Mr Nutz, there he is. Everyone's favourite.
This is the first game on the list that I've actually heard of.
Right, yeah.
Before
I've
starting.
never played Mr Nutz.
I'm guessing it's a cutesy Mario-style platform.
Yeah, that looks pretty like a strong contender. Looks a bit like sort of like someone went, that Tails guy, we should get that
Yeah,
Tails
absolutely.
guy.
Yeah. Ever heard of Bubsy? Bubsy the Bobcat?
Yeah, a bit like Bubsy. Yeah,
Bubsy's a terrible game. We'll get to that though.
Yeah, one to look forward to.
I'm going to turn the lives up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to turn the energy up as well.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that energy could be a bad thing.
Okay, we've got jump, shoot, we've got run.
Yeah.
Music, stereo.
Definitely stereo, yeah.
We'll keep the language in English. All right. Do you think there's going to be any like nuts kind of puns in this? Do you think it's going to be a bit naughty?
I think humour might play a part, but I think it will be bad humour.
Okay, we'll see.
And I don't think it'll be that risque. I don't think it's going to be balls humour.
Oh, little world map.
Okay. Yeah, those pixels needed to get bigger.
Woody land.
Right. Okay, maybe they have gone for a little bit of
Yes.
bit of an innuendo here and there.
So I can run.
Yeah.
Jump. I'm guessing I can throw something
Voguing.
that I don't have anything of. That's great. Try to win that.
There you go.
Grape.
You mashed the grape.
So, in the great history of like console mascots, Mr Nutz hasn't stood the test of time.
No.
I wonder why.
I mean, I don't feel familiar with a guy who I don't know his first name.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just Mr Nutz, that's like the neighbour you don't get on with.
It's true.
It's never going to be your favourite mascot for any video game franchise. Jeff Nutz.
Jeff Nutz. I'll go with Jeff. Talking of like, I don't know. Talking of what? Talking of first names.
Yeah.
There was no story.
No, absolutely no reason why we're here or doing
Why am
any
I
of this
jumping on
jumping.
bees?
Yep.
What's my motive?
And it should be said, don't jump on bees at home.
Yeah, they're
Or wasps. Unless they're those ones that are crawling on the ground and they're nearly dead anyway.
I think particularly bees. Aren't people a bit funny about you killing bees?
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't kill bees.
Could you maybe do some? Oh God! Do some research of what the story is.
Yeah. So
Well, I can throw nuts now.
okay, that's a nice development.
So I've got 13.
You can disrobe your enemies.
Acorns. These are horrible. They just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's.
Like there's no suggestion.
Yeah, I was going to say there's no. Oh,
I've collected something in there. I'm guessing I can't jump on him. I have to throw an acorn at him so I can reveal the little baby inside. Well, that's a nice graphic. A graphic? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think that's
a good visual effect.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. It's getting a bit.
Yeah.
Same as jumping on those, and I get nothing out of it. So. These bees are.
He definitely looks waspy to me.
A wasp, though. Yeah, he's a wasp. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Have you been stung by a wasp?
No, never been stung by a bee or a wasp.
No, me neither. Never ever.
So, Mr Nutz. Let's see if we can learn something about Mr Nutz.
What's his backstory?
The player controls the one-player character, Mr Nutz, an anthropomorphic red squirrel wearing Chucks, gloves, a vest and a cap.
Wearing what gloves?
Chucks.
Chucks?
Yeah, that's a link, I can press that.
Okay.
Oh, right, it's like Converse high tops.
Alright.
Oh, after Chuck Taylor All-Stars.
Alright.
Okay, through 6 themed levels, the end goal is to stop Mr Blizzard. So,
Again.
I mean, that would have been nice to have some kind of intro cinematic about.
It would, yeah.
Who's a Yeti, who is the final boss, and is trying to take over the world by using his magic powers to turn it into a mass of ice. Ammunition in the form of nuts can be collected and thrown at enemies. Originally planned for release on the Commodore Amiga, which
Okay, it kind of feels like an Amiga game.
Yeah, exactly. That explains a fair bit.
Absolutely does.
I mean, way to like vary enemies. Just like these can be tomatoes now. Just change the colour. They're no different whatsoever to
doing terribly on this level. Yeah, there's been no suggestion of a Mr Blizzard.
No.
Or any kind of ice danger. So far, it's just a squirrel being a dick and jumping on loads of fruit.
So there was a different game released on the Amiga under the name Mr Nutz Hoppin' Mad.
Hoppin' Mad. Oh, died for the first time.
What? So Mr Nutz is a squirrel, though.
Yeah, I am a squirrel.
Yeah, so Hoppin' Mad would have made sense if he was a rabbit.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like someone doesn't know animals.
Yeah. Maybe there's a rabbit in that one. Maybe the enemies are the boss is a rabbit or something.
So that one was developed by Neon Studios. It featured the same character but with different, faster, and more wide-open gameplay, unrelated levels and enemies, another story, and a large overworld map instead of a linear path to follow in a mini-map.
Open world Mr Nutz.
Yeah,
it's the Far Cry of Mr Nutz games.
And I mean, if you were well into this experience that we're having right now, apparently the game was also going to be released for the Sega Mega Drive in 1995 as Mr Nutz 2, but it got shelved. A playable build exists, leaked in the form of source code and compiled upon.
Wow.
So there you go.
So you probably find that on the internet.
Yep. And it is probably bad.
Yeah, probably don't bother.
I don't know. In terms of good stuff that you could say about this, it's like some of these bits feel like the sort of start of some good platforming.
Yeah.
You know, being able to bounce off and, you know, like getting a height aspect here, but being able to bounce off a few enemies and use that for a bit of traversal stuff.
It feels alright to play.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes or breaks a platformer for me.
Yeah.
But I would say the mechanic of like bouncing on these enemies isn't very satisfying. It feels quite slow.
Do you want to throw some nuts instead? Maybe throw your Mr Nutz.
Yeah, it feels like, I mean, maybe when you get good at the game you can just kind of run through it and all these guys just threw a load of bales of hay at me. Do you want to go? Yeah, I'm going to pass the controller over to you. So you've got, well, you'll work it out.
Yep.
That's run basically,
right, okay.
And the button below it is jump.
Okay. So
use that one. It's difficult as well. Straight away.
Yeah, for saying that it's one of those games where it doesn't feel like there's any real skill involved, but it's hard. It's hard, but I don't know how to make it better.
Yeah, I just think maybe that was good. That was a great jump. I'd say my biggest problem after playing 2.5 levels.
Yeah.
I just feel like the level design's a bit lacking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, it's all right.
I mean, if you compare it to a lot of other things around this that are similar, like there's no blue skies. There's no, it's not like one of those really like bright and lovely kind of games. It feels a little bit darker and.
Well, I would say,
I don't think that
the
plays
first
to
level
its advantage.
This one's just set in night time.
Yeah.
It's definitely
sweet.
My memory of. I'm just going to go back to Bubsy and shit on it.
Yeah, why not?
Better than Bubsy.
Bubsy's had that coming.
In terms, there's a lot of shit like mascot platform games on the SNES and the Mega Drive.
Oh yeah.
And it's definitely not a terrible one.
No, there are worse. There are worse of this.
Yeah, it's smooth and the animation's nice.
Yeah.
Like, it looks good. Yeah, it definitely looks good. I like the look.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the enemies are not varied, but
no, they're not.
But they're
you can't
fine.
argue. You can't argue with an apple with arms and legs. How do you feel about Mr Nutz as a character?
I mean, I don't like him.
No.
There's
He's
nothing.
right.
There's no
Watch out for those.
personality. Oh man, he's made me die.
Yeah. He's fine, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a standard. He's a standard mascot.
He exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't bother with these guys. Just when you sort of through your first playthrough of something and you just want to get through it.
Yeah.
It's not.
This
not
jump's shit.
fun.
This bit's terrible.
That's yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have pace.
Yeah, it doesn't. It feels a bit too stop-starty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want.
This is my favourite bit of this game.
That scary tree.
Not knowing which button. No, right.
Oh, that was interesting. Yeah.
You want to have another go?
Ominous big game over ball. They should have used a nut, really.
Yeah. I think they've thrown theme out of the window already with this.
I'm going to say that we don't play anymore.
No.
I think we're probably done with it.
I think Mr Nutz is unremarkable. It's not the worst game. There's a lot going for it, and if the level design was just a bit better, like the traversal stuff isn't good in it. You know, like trying to make jumps and things like that isn't good.
Yeah.
And trying to and the enemies are not satisfying to get rid of it. Like you watch this right now, right? So oh, okay, so that's
new,
interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can probably tell now from the fact that it's just done a move that's impressed us. This isn't us playing this. This is the demo bit.
What we should have done is we shouldn't have actually played the game. We should have watched this and pretended.
Yeah, exactly. Just do that.
Oh, go on, Robbie. You can get that last coin. Well done. And then it stops and ruins it. Yeah. I think you're right in saying it's unremarkable. I think for me, this is I don't think it's better than Realm.
Really? Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I think back to all that time ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
Realm. Has it left a bad taste in you?
Realm's stuck with me.
Okay.
I don't know. I just.
Realm was more frustrating, maybe.
Yeah, Realm was just way worse. Plus, I mean, this looks like if you stick with it, there's potentially a bit more.
Realm didn't have
to happen.
Those little moles.
No,
I just saw, which I'm into those though.
Yeah.
And licorice you can jump on.
Yeah.
All right, you've convinced me.
Yeah, I think it's better than Realm.
Is it better than Time Slip?
Time Slip. I think I had more fun with Time Slip.
I think Time Slip was more remarkable.
Yeah, I think
it had a cool story.
Yeah, and I think that this suffers from the same things that Time Slip suffers from, and doesn't have the good things that Time Slip does.
Yeah.
Where I feel like this is just gets really dull really quickly, and does become quite frustrating without any payoff. Whereas, like you said, Time Slip at least tries to involve you.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So yeah, I'd put this between Realm and Time Slip.
So number 5, that would be.
Yeah, those two games needed separating anyway because they're a bit similar, except that Realm was much worse.
Yeah, this is true. So our list is currently.
Just look at this.
Realm. Oh, it's like a genie from Disney's Aladdin. Realm at number 6. Mr Nutz, the new entry at number 5. Time Slip.
I wish that this game was called Mr Nutz, the new entry.
Yeah. If they'd finished the sequel, then maybe they would have gone with that, not hopping mad. Gourmet Sentai at number 3, Super Family Circuit at number 2, and Tecmo Super NBA Basketball. Still the best SNES game.
Yeah, it's going to take some beating.
Still the best SNES game. It's
going to take some beating until we play a good game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so that's it. Well done, Mr Nutz.